welcome everybody to the plaque dedication for Police Officer Marion Reiff. Marion Reiff was born June 19, 1930 and passed away on December 28, 1963. This is the 44th plaque to be installed here on St. Francis Street. And the Walkthrough History program and what it's all about. What it's about is to recognize those individuals that have made valuable contributions to the wholesome fabric of the city of Florissant and the North St. Louis County area. At this time, I'd like to recognize our council members that are with us tonight. From Ward 2, Paul Maganelli's right back here. Thank you for showing up, Paul. Joe Egan from Ward 3. Pat Mulcahy, Ward 6. And our council president, Keith Schildroth, who we'll hear from in a minute. At this point, I'd like to have Chief Fagan say a few words about the plaque dedication and Officer Reiff.
Thank you, Mayor. So far across the United States this year, there have been 135 police officers that have made the ultimate sacrifice in service to their community. The Florissant Police Department has 3 such individuals who have also made the ultimate sacrifice in service to our community. Today we have the opportunity to honor Marion Reiff, not only for his contributions to the city of Florissant, but certainly to the law enforcement profession. I do want to acknowledge many of the men and women from the Florissant Police Department that are here today. We're very fortunate to have an outstanding police department here, and I'm certainly proud of the work that each and every one of them do every day. So I just wanted to thank the mayor and Old Town Partners for this great honor for Mr. Reiff, and certainly for letting us participate in the ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. And I do want to thank the Chief and certainly the Florissant Police Department, the officers that are here, and certainly the officers that are on duty, and those who serve the city of Florissant for all you guys do every day to keep our community safe, and one of the safest communities, not only in the state of Missouri, but the United States. Thank you guys for what you do for our community every day. Now I'd like to ask Council President Keith Schildroth to step up, say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Chief. I would like to thank the administration and the police department for remembering Officer Reiff. This unfortunate incident happened a long time ago. His family could not be with us here today, but he paid the ultimate sacrifice in defending our city, and I'm just grateful that the administration and the police department are doing this, and I would like to offer my sincere sympathy to the family for the ultimate sacrifice that their father and their dad gave to the city of Florissant. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, President. And then one other person I forgot to recognize earlier, but we'll recognize her now, is Jessica Birchholt. She's the president of Old Town Partners. If she'd like to step up and say a few words also. Jessica.
On behalf of Old Town Partners, we'd just like to thank all of you for coming out to remember this important officer who did make the ultimate sacrifice, and also thank you guys for all that you do for our community, and thank the city for this plaque experience. That we have multiple plaques, and you can do a whole walk and see many important people in Florissant's history, so it's a neat thing that we offer. So we thank the city for doing this, and we thank all of you for being here.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you for what Old Town Partners has done for the city of Florissant, certainly the Old Town area in the last 20 plus years you guys been in existence, or longer than that, Christine? 26 years. Thank you for what you do. And now I want to talk about Officer Reiff. Officer Marion Reiff suffered a fatal heart attack shortly after struggling with a suspect. Officer Reiff was off duty in a local pet store when 2 employees informed him that a man was attempting to steal cash from the cash register. Officer Reiff and one of the employees began to struggle with the man, who then fled on foot. Officer Reiff pursued the man a short distance before collapsing. The suspect was never identified or apprehended. Officer Reiff had served the Florissant Police Department for 2 years. He was survived by his wife and 3 children. He served as a U.S. Marine for 8 years prior to joining the Florissant Police Department. We're going to unveil the plaque, but I do want to in fact, Chief, unveil the plaque and I'll read what the plaque says. How's that? So the plaque reads, Police Officer Marion D. Reiff, 19 June 1930 to 28 December 1963. Officer Reiff served 8 years as a U.S. Marine before joining the Florissant Police Department in 1961. On December 28, 1963, at a store while off duty, informed by 2 employees that a man was attempting to steal cash. He began to struggle with the man who fled on foot. He pursued the man a short distance before suffering a fatal heart attack. The suspect was never identified or apprehended. He was survived by his wife and 3 children. His wife unfortunately passed away in the last couple of years, and his family was unable to attend today, but we still honor Officer Reiff and his life and for what he did for the city of Florissant. And now I'd like for all the officers to come up here and surround us for an opportunity to have a picture taken around the plaque. Thank you so much, and I think the one thing that we always want to remember is what Officer Reiff did for the city of Florissant, and certainly keep his family in your prayers. And thank you. That concludes our plaque dedication this evening, and now we're going to head down the street for Wednesday night out. Thank you for all attending.